Hi, everybody. I'm Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas. Good evening and welcome to the New York City Arena here in Midtown Manhattan for our main event of the evening. 10 rounds of featherweight action between Yuriorkis Gamboa and Marco Antonio Barrera. Yuriorkis Gamboa is approaching the ring now, and this ring walk can tell you so much. Look at the focus on his face. Marco Antonio Barrera is really keyed in for this one. You can see it as he makes his walk to the ring.
Fighting out of the blue corner, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Yuriorkis Gamboa! His opponents in the blue corner, please welcome the big-faced assassin, Marco Antonio Barrera!
All right, fellas, let's have a good, clean fight. Touch him up and let's go.
Little get to know you here in the opening round scheduled for 10. Teddy, most of the fighters that you train throughout your career are guys that could be described as guys that really will bring it and are able to do it throughout the whole fight and go the distance. What's the mental makeup of a guy like that?
Confidence. He's been there before. He's sure that he can do it.
They both decide to bring it. Nice job to land that counter punch and getting away from one of his own by Yuriorkis Gamboa. A stinging counter punch after some fine deep. There it is! What a shot! Big hook comes in. Hard to believe that they can keep up this pace, but who cares? It's so entertaining while it lasts. Oh, good exchange there.
Get in there, let's go. Up and down, side to side.
Halfway through round number one. Oh, and he comes back with an uppercut there after getting hit. Teddy, what do you think is the most misunderstood about the lower weight classes?
Well, I think people don't realize how big those people have to be. I know that sounds crazy because they're smaller guys, but they have to be big in all the other dimensions, with discipline, with confidence, and with their technical approach, their technical development. They have to deal with guys that are really fast. The bigger guys don't have to deal with all those elements.
Nice block by Yuriorkis Gamboa.
In and out, in and out, in and out. Let's move.
Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. Dismisses his opponent's headshot. And this round comes to an end. It is a round that was highly entertaining. These guys really put forth quite an effort.
Well, they both have high engines. They have motors that never stop going.
Keep your hands up, all right? You have to keep your hands up. You're not giving me enough pumps, okay? Throw more pumps.
Back to fight action as a new round is underway. Of course, in that last round, it was fairly one-sided. He was hit pretty hard, and now he has to overcome that here.
Yeah, you don't have to be Nostradamus to know that. I mean, everybody saw, you know, he got staggered, his knees buckled, did a little dance there. But what you have to really know now is know why you got hit and correct that immediately.
You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there. Very nice defensive guard there. Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Marco Antonio Barrera. There it is! Marco Antonio Barrera's legs look shaky. He was hurt.
Hey, no holding, no holding.
Trading right hands. Boy, is this a dangerous biz. He's in bad shape. He does not look good at all. He could go down at any moment, Teddy.
Yeah, he wishes right now this was in an outdoor arena because maybe rain could come and stop it, because I don't know what else could help him right now.
He was on wobbly legs not long ago. Now he's got his feet back under him.
What is that, a chin, or is that Mount Rushmore?
Dismisses his opponent's headshot.
Keep your head moving.
There's the headshot, but he parries it away. Gamboa lands a nice counterpunch. Gamboa able to land the counterpunch. Able to dismiss his opponent's shot, and then comes back with an uppercut. Coming to the end of this round. Joe and Teddy with you ringside. Teddy, a round like that where it's a lot of busy activity and both guys being busy. When you were a trainer, are those the kind of rounds that you prefer, or do you like the pace to be a little slower? It does depend on each guy.
No, if I have a fight, I'd rather have a guy fighting a guy that you never see him. Leave me the heck alone. And where I'm in control all the time. But the fans love to see a fight like that.
Throw punches. Don't walk into him without throwing a punch. Listen, I'm not going to stand here and watch you take those shots.
So here we are, a new round underway, and in that last round, he got tagged. He got hit pretty hard, Teddy.
Yeah, he did. He got caught. Now, the first thing is, we all know he got caught, but why did he get caught? He has to be able to decipher that in his head. He has to be able to have the answer to that so it doesn't happen again.
Parries that punch intended for the head. Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. Nice block that time. It was intended to the head. Marco Marco Antonio Barrera's Hox is not going to the body at all. He'd be so well served to do it, though, Teddy.
Yeah, but his opponent doesn't want him to. So, you know, he doesn't want to go against what his opponent doesn't want him to do, because his opponent would love him to keep throwing to the head because, you know, he can see those coming. He can move and avoid them. Body shots, you know, your head moves, but your body doesn't.
Not able to land the headshot. Frustrating his opponent with great defense. To go in this round. Neither man has decided to slow down at all. Oh boy, what a round.
More defense. Keep moving, keep moving.
Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head.
Come on, head movement. Body shot.
Really wanted that uppercut, but just couldn't get it. Very nice defensive guard there. Just 10 seconds to go in this round. As we come to the end of the round, Joe and Teddy with you ringside. Teddy, that's one of those rounds where I wonder what were the judges looking for, because it's tough to kind of draw a line between those two fighters.
Yeah, very close, but one of those rounds where you could steal it. You did a little bit more in those last 30, 20 seconds. Maybe that's the impression the judges are left with.
Don't find it by jab and move. Don't look for just big punches, okay? Use your speed. Double up on your punches. I want to see those combos.
Good action here tonight. Both guys bringing their best, and both guys meeting each other stride for stride, punch for punch. Tough fight to score here as we're back underway. Teddy, so many times a fight like this is so hard to score. It's been wildly entertaining, but it's also been dead even.
Yes, it has, and this is where the judges really have to be on their P's and Q's and not get caught up in the action. That sounds funny. You know, the fans could get caught up in the action, but they have to watch. They, being the judges, have to specifically watch punches that are landing clean versus punches that are just being thrown.
Teddy, so much work in the gym goes into head movement and how to hit a moving target. Doesn't matter in this fight tonight.
No, this guy doesn't move his head. The old timers would say he gets insulted if you miss him.
There it is! Marco Antonio Barrera's almost out of it there. He was stunned.
Come on, keep busy, guys. Come on now. Come on, come on.
Gamboa lands a nice counterpunch. Teddy, you've made the point a few times that, hey, it's nice to have something where you got the superior advantage. In this case, he's got the speed. But you can't fall in love with it too much.
No, because what happens then, you're like a teenager that gets one of those sport cars. You know, he gets carried away. He doesn't respect the speed yet. And he starts to run red lights. He starts to do things that he shouldn't do. And that's what's happening here. He's starting to jump in with those quick hands. He figures he doesn't have to respect the dimensions other guys have to. And when he's jumping in, he might get caught. There might be a cop there or a punch there to nail him.
That's a good block by Yuriorkis Gamboa. What a don't know if he's hip to the idea of becoming a counterpuncher, but I get the sense you'd agree with it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's got the perfect platform, the perfect form for it. The guy's walking in right now, not moving his head much. He can time him, he can counter him.
And a sharp counter punch by Yuriorkis Gamboa. This is great stuff. I mean, great stuff. Bringing it every which way they are.
So you remember the time you were on a vacation, you saw that perfect sunset?
Oh, yeah.
It was just beautiful. This is beautiful.
Not hitting his mark there going upstairs. And as this round comes to an end, Teddy, you just get the sense that at any point this fight could come to an end because it is being fought with bad intentions.
Yes, these guys are not behaving like guys that are coming here thinking about going to the scorecards. They're letting everything go in every punch.
Don't stand in front of him. He's busy.
Another round, will it go in another one-way direction? It's been a one-sided fight so far tonight. It is unbelievable how this fight is being fought. Both guys unwilling to stop. One guy goes at it, the other guy meets him punch for punch.
Well, you've heard it before. You've heard the term used, one day at a time to deal with something very difficult. Well, this is one round at a time. That is the only way these fighters, these warriors, could deal with this kind of pace.
Keep your distance.
There he is on the inside, doing well. He has taken a lot of punishment here.
Well, the special fighters find a way, even when it's desperate like this, to survive. He's got to find that way right now.
Keep working the jab.
Well-targeted counterpunch by Yuriorkis Gamboa. He tried to nab him up top, but was unable to connect. Marco Antonio Barrera is just not able to do what he wants to do right now. He seems like he's just been in a funk since he got tagged early.
Well, you heard the saying, you know, having bats in your belfry. Well, he's got some birds twerping a little bit in his head right now, making those tunes, and a fighter doesn't need those.
Gamboa able to land the counterpunch. It's been 2 minutes of non-stop action. Now the final minute has arrived. That punch nowhere close.
Let's see some more head movement. Let's see some more head movement. Get out of the way. Keep your head moving. Uppercut. Don't stay at once. My circle.
Final 10 seconds of this 5th round. Oh, Marco Antonio Barrera's in a bad place right now. He was tagged. And this round comes to an end. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas ringside. I'm just looking up at the corner here at this guy that just got tagged, Teddy, this fighter who just got stunned. And I'm thinking, boy, it's like the air's come out of him a bit. He looks just so dejected now.
Yeah, you know, right now he's on the side of a mountain. You know, he's up on a cliff, and he needs a rope to get down. So that's what you got to do, Joe. You don't look and say, hey, he's up on a cliff. We know that. Give him a rope. Give him advice to get down.
Halfway through this fight as this round gets underway here, but interesting so far. Who knows what we're in store for down the stretch. Protecting his head well with his guards. Parries that punch intended for the head. That was a miss by Yuriorkis Gamboa. Mistargeted. Marco Antonio Barrera is making me real curious here, Teddy. I wonder, should he be sticking with this style after being rocked in this fight?
It's still early enough. I would say yes. You know, you don't want to panic. You don't want to just throw everything overboard. You want to stay with what brought you here. Hey, he's been taught this not for hours, not for days, not for weeks. You know, months and years he's been taught this. You don't throw it out. You stay with it.
Oh, that's gotta hurt. Marco Antonio Barrera's stunned, and he is hurt. Good block by Marco Antonio Barrera. Yuriorkis Gamboa's in a bad spot right now. He's been stunned. It's like a light switch just went on. All of a sudden, he's the aggressor now.
Well, it's like your parents came in the room and they put that switch on. His corner, not his parents, told him, get on this guy.
Teddy, this is one of those moments where you just wish you could pick up the phone and call up the world and say, tune in. Everybody should be watching this, right?
I have a cell phone. I might do that right now.
Start dialing. Took a go of it to the body, but came up empty. Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by Yuriorkis Gamboa. As that round comes to an end, it gives us a moment to kind of reflect on this overall fight. And Teddy, my thoughts are pretty clear-cut. This is the kind of fight that just takes on a personality of its own. This is an all-out war.
Yeah, this is kind of like watching a guy who's not on a budget. You know, he's spending with both hands. You know, when he goes home, he's going to have no money in his pockets. And when this fight is over, these guys are going to have nothing left in the gas tank, and it's probably not going to a decision.
Side to side, okay? I want to see that head move more. That was good. You took
another round underway, but how many more will we see? You get the sense this fight could be heading towards a stoppage.
Work your body, up and down, side to side.
What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Yuriorkis Gamboa. Look at Marco Antonio Barrera with the counterpunch. You always say punchers are born, Teddy, but what about a guy's ability to withstand big punches? What about a guy's chin?
You know, that's an interesting point. Part of it is physical, and you know what it is? It's the neck. That's the shock absorber, but most of it's mental. You have to want to take the punches. You have to will yourself through the punches. This guy has some will.
Strike after catching one by Marco Antonio Barrera. Parries that punch intended for the head. Mistargeted. Marco Antonio Barrera has gone into a defensive shell, but that shell has cracks in it.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Oh, and there you go. Marco Antonio Barrera stunned and staggered. That was not well targeted by Yuriorkis Gamboa. Doing well on the outside. Yuriorkis Gamboa is being very efficient right here. I mean, he's just picking his shots. His accuracy is through the roof.
Well, that's one of the talents, and you hope is a talent of a top fighter, is his ability to pick his shots, to be calm enough to see the openings. He's seeing everything right now.
He returns the favor with an uppercut. Blocks that punch. End of the round here, and as I glance around ringside and look at the judges, I'm wondering what they're writing down, because that was a tough round to score.
Yeah, it was, and you know, it's the kind of round where one guy would be really smart to take a page out of the book of Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, where Leonard stole rounds at the end, where he just clipped off 30 seconds, and that's exactly what the judges remembered.
Jab and move. Jab and move. Don't let him breathe. He's hurt. Get him in this round.
So here we are, a new round underway, and in that last round, he got tagged. He got hit pretty hard, Teddy.
Yeah, he did. He got caught. Now, the first thing is, we all know he got caught, but why did he get caught? He has to be able to decipher that in his head. He has to be able to have the answer to that so it doesn't happen again.
He missed with that headshot. Teddy, I guess they wanted it. Look at this action going right out there, wasting no time.
No, these guys are impatient. They couldn't wait to get at each other.
Gamboa able to land the counter punch. This is why we love the sport, Teddy. I mean, this is just back and forth action nonstop.
Well, Joe, when special events have happened in history, you remember where you are. Right now, I'm going to remember where I was during this fight. I'm watching a special epic right in front of me.
Glad to be here doing it, too. What a war this is. Nice counter punch by Barrera. You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there. Accuracy an issue there, didn't land that straight right hand. Good block by Gamboa. defense there with the block. Round comes to an end here. An enjoyable night sitting ringside. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas. A lot better than our day we spent at the horse track the other day, where we couldn't get any winners, at least I couldn't. But we were talking about the fact that so many parallels to be made between boxing and life boxing and all these other sports we enjoy, like horse racing, of being well-conditioned and working your way up to this one singular moment.
Yeah, well, the trainer obviously has to get the athlete. In this case, athlete happens to be over 1,000 pounds, and that's a horse. You know, at peak condition, he has to look at a calendar just like a trainer does with a fighter, know when the race is, know when the fight is, and not get used up out on the track, or used up, of course, in the gym.
He just missed that shot up top. Not able to land the headshot.
He's working the jab.
A headshot blocked. Thought he had his target, but way off to the side with the uppercut. Oh, he just misses with that headshot. Gamboa able to land the counterpunch. Undoubtedly, the most effective element of his entire arsenal tonight is his jab. He's so committed to fighting on the outside, and he's jabbing away beautifully.
Well, Customato used to tell me, Teddy, when you're in doubt, jab. Well, this fighter, when he's been in doubt, he's jab. When he's been sure of himself, he's jab. As you said, he's made a jab fest of this all night long.
This is great stuff. I mean, great stuff. Bringing it every which way they are.
Joe, you remember the time you were on a vacation, you saw that perfect sunset?
Oh, yeah.
It was just beautiful. This is beautiful.
Oh, Marco Antonio Barrera's in bad shape. This looks like it could be just a matter of time now. Maybe a punch or two away from going down. Teddy, what's he got to do?
Well, he's got to grab. He's got to find a way to stop the offense.
Come on, work
and
it
to
out.
clutch and grab, usually that's one way.
Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. This has been a very entertaining fight. A little time to reflect here at the end of this round. My thoughts being this: I would really be surprised if we go to a decision here. It just has that kind of feel to it.
Yeah, it has a feel to me like going to one of those places where you can eat all the pasta you can for one price, you know? And some guys get carried away. They eat about 5 bowls. Well, these guys, they're going to have a stomachache at the end. Somebody is going to wind up not standing at the end.
Turn around. This is the champions are made. Swelling is nothing. Focus on the
This is it, 10th and final round as they face off against each other. His opponent wanted the body, he wouldn't give it to him. Holy cow! Marco Antonio Barrera stunned and staggered. Down on the floor from a hook. Somehow, some way, he's going to continue on here.
And if he's going to stay in this fight, now he's got to avoid his opponent like the Black Plague.
Work the body.
Gamboa able to block that punch. Look at Marco Antonio Barrera with the counter punch. This is just perfect. I mean, just what I want to see when I come to the fight. Sign me up for this kind of a brawl any day of the week.
You know, it's unbelievable. You feel like you've already witnessed an entire war, but you're reminded it's only one of the battles. You still have...
There it is! Marco Antonio Barrera's in a bad spot right now. He's been stunned.
To throw some punches here.
Teddy, he went from being on the edge of the cliff to now climbing. Once again, he goes down. Can he survive this? Over. Gamboa's got the win by way of knockout. He put his man down, and the 10 count was administered. Gamboa's your winner by knockout, Teddy.
Well, we came in wondering whether or not his opponent had a good chin. We found out.
Thanks for being with us, everybody. For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Have yourself a great night.